I'm Anita Finley, and I'm going to present something extremely special. I feel so privileged to have Mother Rytasha here, who is the founder of the Religion of Love. And I just hope that you will just sit back, relax, and you are going to hear some great inspirations, as all of us who've been touched by Mother Rytasha have. And she's really been writing, a lot of her teachings are in little books, and they are little books, and they're very cute, and having little grandchildren, I can tell you right now, they probably hold these books and don't let go of them. So welcome to our show, Mother Rytasha.
Thank you, Anita.
It is such a pleasure to have you here, and I think even though I have interviewed you before about a lot of things, I'd like to really concentrate on your books, because you've done such an extraordinary job, along with Razak Khan, how you put these together. And so let's start with that. The first book I'm looking at is The Religion of Love, The Teachings of Mother Rytasha. How did that all start?
This has been asked of us, what is the religion of love? And there is a saying in the East that they compare religions actually to rivers. They say as all rivers flow to the sea, so all religions ultimately flow to the same one God. And I was asked, is the religion of love going to be another river? And I said, no, religion of love is water. It is the pure, essential essence of the spiritual that God gives into the world. Actually, all religions, when they're practiced purely, are the religion of love. But when they're overcoated with culture, tradition, language, dress, they often become hijacked, they become materialistic, political, they kick the women out, they become about money, about big buildings, about exploitation, about things that were never meant to be part of the message of God. So again, God is giving, it's called religion, re again, ligio to link, the process and practices by which you link with the eternal, with God. And that's all. It is very simple.
It is very simple, but it's, of course, so complex. Everyone makes it complex. But what I've loved that you have done is you've actually put these into these charming little books. And we can start with The Religion of Love, the first book, which is, I guess, for me, the introduction, if you would like. And how did this all come about? I mean, I know that you have been practicing this, but you didn't start with the little books, did you?
No, we started with much bigger books, and then I saw that they're a little unwieldy because we're often in the street selling the books, and to carry them and for people to carry them. And these are really truly pocketbooks. People put them in their pocket, in their purse, and they can dip into them, because though the philosophy is very simple, it's very deep, and people like to keep them and go deeper and deeper into it.
Yes, and it is amazing. It's almost overpowering to just read a few pages. I mean, you can't read this and then close it and never read it again. It's like really a lot of the books of knowledge about religion. I'm going to ask you to maybe take this book and maybe read maybe a few things that you feel that particular book is really important, that book. And we do have other books, and we're going to have Mother Rytasha talk about those other books, but I thought this is the first one. When I first met you, this was the book that I received, and it was overwhelming, really.
Well, this is nice. I just opened this, and it says, different religions may be likened to a digging of a well. If you dig for water in a rocky place, you need a certain kind of equipment, and if you dig in a sandy place, you will need another kind of equipment. So on the surface, there will be differences, but the goal of both wells is the same, water, and water once reached is water. So it is with religion, which is given according to different language, custom, and culture. On the surface, there will be differences, but the goal of all religions is the same, God, and God once reached is God.
It's so beautiful, and all the words. How do the words come to you? I know that you have been very strong about that, but, you know, when I interview writers of books, I always say, well, how did you do this? How did it happen? So I'm asking you the same thing.
In truth, I can't take credit. They're not my words. They come from God.
And you've been saying that in all your books, and of course, being a very intelligent woman and being someone who's so passionate about what you do, it looks easy, but I know it's really not.
It's not easy because it's not like I'm taking dictation. I wish it were that easy. It's like I have an understanding beyond the mind, and then I have to put it into words, and then I want to put it into the very simplest words so that everybody can get this beautiful message from God, and it can inform and help them in their life, because people suffer so in this world.
And when you think about the people you have been touching with your books, why don't you give us a little bit of a perspective of where you've been with them, where you started, and where it's growing. I think it's important.
Well, it's interesting you say where I've been with them. It's where they've been, because they, in truth, are the ones that are bringing this and sharing this message of love, which is the spiritual, is about love. And there's a book called Rebel, and in Rebel, it clarifies the use of the word love, which I think is very important. And it says something to the effect of, when I speak of love, I do not speak of emotion. Emotion comes and goes. And anybody that's been married knows that you can adore your husband in the morning, and in the afternoon it can be very annoying. So emotions, am I right?
Absolutely.
Oh.
No, I mean, with anything, of course.
Yes,
changes.
emotions come and go. So when we speak of love, we're not talking about emotions. We're not talking about feelings. Feelings come and feelings go. We're not talking about romance. Romance comes and romance goes. When I speak of love, I'm not speaking of anything of this world. Worlds come and go. When I speak of love, I'm speaking of the eternal, ecstatic, spiritual. A love that grows. A love that does not come, a love that does not go.
Beautifully said, and that's why people...
That's from the book Rebel.
Rebel. And I do have to ask you then, so we have some of these books, and I know listeners are probably going to call me. I'm going to have you... Well, actually, I'm going to have you go to their website, which is thereligionoflove.net. Thereligionoflove.net. And you will find such a comprehensive... I don't even know what to call it. It's something you're never going to find anywhere else. It shows you what's going on now. It shows you all the books. You're going to plan on staying on it for a while, because it's a great
nice
thing.
Because everything is free. God's message is given freely into the world, and we don't make a business of it. We want everybody to have this message.
Right, and so if people want to buy the books that are on there, they
can download them for free. No, we don't sell them. They can read them on like a flip book, or they can download them for free. Also, we have lovely videos. Raja Khan produces all our videos. There's beautiful videos, also with the philosophy.
Yes, but I do want to say, and this isn't Mother Rytasha's not saying it, but I am saying I know the good work they do, and they'll be very happy to have donations. It's something that they would love for you to do that, but they're not asking you to do it. It's of your heart, whatever you decide you want to do. But let's talk about the little books, because I am just charmed by them. One thing that they have so many, and the names are great too. I mean, people who
we have one called Sin, and I must tell your reader, it's not a how-to book. We all know how to do that very well.
Right. And then you have one called Soul Food, and it's the same thing.
Soul Food is, people ask why we're vegetarian, and it gives very nice reasons and facts about not only the state of the world, but what we can do to make this world better.
You know, that really touched me a lot. I've read a lot of your books, but I have always been, have such a big heart for animals, whether it's fish or dogs or, cows or whatever. And I know that it's not pleasant to think that they're being hurt. But you look at everybody eating everything, and so I said, well, what's one person going to do? And I know that you're going to give me an answer for that. But I read this, and I almost started crying, because I thought about, I had a wonderful piece of salmon that someone brought in from California the other day, and it was delicious. and I was reading about that beautiful salmon, which I actually saw. They took a picture of it before. Kind of broke my heart. I really didn't have to eat that. I could have eaten other things.
And you could eat them more healthily for yourself. So the first person you want to take care of, which many good people forget, is yourself.
But, it's a hard thing to make the switch, isn't it? How would you suggest that one does that?
It's not difficult today because there is so much interest in health that the food manufacturers are now making things, because what is it we want with our food that's so hard to give up is the taste.
So you're going to say to me, and you haven't, that when I say, well, if I'm just one person giving that up, what are you going to say?
It all starts with one person. What can I say? It starts with one person. And the first person that you should look to, and people forget, is yourself. So to take care of your own health, your own well-being, your own heart, because to cause such inhumane suffering, as is caused in the food industry very often, makes you hard-hearted, and you're not that kind of person.
No, really. I can't even watch the television when they're showing the dogs that need to be adopted.
I know.
Look at those faces. And in some places, they kill those dogs to eat it for meat.
Really?
Yeah, of course. And I think China, a lot of places. India, yes.
In some countries, yes, they will eat
horses,
anything. And then it's not that far a step to killing another person.
Yes. Well, I'm really thinking a lot about this soul food book. So that's what your books do, I think, to people.
Glad. Yes,
I think they
make you think.
Yeah, they do. They make you think. That's a very good point. Maybe before, and I don't hate to rush on, but in our next little interlude, I think I'm going to jump quickly into a children's book. We're going to do that next because I'm so fascinated. Having my grandchildren now, I see how you can teach children out of using little animals which they love. But we'll get back to that in a minute. So, okay, well, these books, are these now given to people when you are preaching? Does everyone get one and they love that?
Yes. When I do a program, as I'm going to do in Florida, then everybody that would come would get a gift. We love to be able to give gifts.
So the books, now you do, though, this was very good because I've known you for a long time, and the only way to really find you, of course, you're usually in India or somewhere very far away. Now you have this fantastic website. It is fantastic, too. And you might want to talk just a minute about the disciples who really helped you do this and where it's gone.
Well, we wanted to have actually, I have to tell you, they talk about people that are technos. I'm a techno. I was very resistant, and mainly, I said, it's so impersonal, and I like a letter, which was nonsense, schlepping myself down to the post office every time. But the real reason is that it looked so complicated, and it's so simple. And now, of course, I'm addicted to it. Anyway, I had a friend, and she said to me, you should have a website. And I didn't know what a website was. And so I said, no, we don't need that. We want to be very small and pure, and we're doing fine. And
you know what we're going to do? We're going to let people wonder this story because we're going to stop now, and we're going to save it for another interlude.
All right.
All right. So just stay with us, everyone, because it's going to get even better.
Is it a cliffhanger?
Oh, it's a cliffhanger.